Match over in Flushing Meadows, Queens, New York, with the U.S. Open serving it up for tennis fans. The annual major tournament features the sport's biggest stars and is already touting some big wins and some upsets. The weather, not too much of a wild card. There it is, our Fox Weather Rowie, or the risk of weather impact, showing near perfect conditions for tennis this evening. A low Rowie. At Carlos Alcaraz, he plays his second-round match over at Arthur Ashe Stadium later this evening. Actually shaved his head before this tournament, too. Maybe he was expecting a heat wave like the past couple of years. Who knows? For more on all things U.S. Open, we're joined by the legendary tennis coach, Rick Macci. Rick, thanks for being here with us on Fox Weather. It's U.S. Open time, a great time in the tennis world. This cooler weather this year, it feels like the tournament is like a month late. Is there such a thing as perfect tennis weather?
Yeah, there is, especially at a Grand Slam, because the men are playing 3 out of 5. And if they go the distance, they could be out there for 5 hours. So that's a long time. Everybody likes it when it's cooler because it's going to be more about the tennis than the physical part. But the wild card is definitely the weather. Even today, the guy playing the Joker, Novak Djokovic, he got cramps. And that changed the whole landscape on the serve. And the Joker won it in 4.
Yeah, wow. I mean, we just flashed up your Hall of Fame resume. You've coached 5 top-ranked players in the world, including both of the Williams sisters. In order to reach that top spot, you have to be great on all surfaces, in all climates. How do you train your athletes for that? How are you ready if they show up here in New York and it's 100 or if it's 70?
First off, great question. Well, first off, if you think it's hot, it just got hotter. So this is such a mind game. You know, it's like NFL football when it's cold, you know. You got to flip it in your mind. The sun has to become your best friend. You got to love the heat. So that's the first thing. You know, you got to – it's same for the other guy on the other side of the net. So the mental part is the biggest key. But the training part, the tennis players are some of the most physical conditioned athletes in the world. But listen, the weather, it is what it is. You got to use ice packs on the changeover. You can do everything. But stopping and starting, it's a whole nother animal. Then what happens is if you win, you sometimes got to do it the next day or a day later. So it's a very physical situation playing in these Grand Slams.
Yeah, I had mentioned our Rowie that we have here at Fox Weather, the risk of weather impact. We have it low. Last year and the year before that, it would have been up in the high category both of those years. I remember Medvedev had made that comment a couple of years back saying somebody could die out there. Is there a type of player that can brave tough weather on the court better? I know you were just talking about the physical aspect of it, but the mental aspect, too, I would think particularly in big-time heat, that's got to weigh on you considerably.
Yeah, the guys that run all day like a squirrel, you know, and they're very consistent and they play on clay, they can live another day. But listen, the better players, okay, always seem like they're in the best shape. You know, and, you know, if someone gets injured, that's something totally different. But it really doesn't favor anybody, you know, but your style of play can have a big impact on it. If you got a big serve, you're going to have quicker points. If you're a more aggressive player, there's quicker points. But at the end of the day, it's the same on both sides of the net. And it's more of a mental battle when it's that hot. And when Medvedev said that, he has to remember it's the same for his opponent, right? You know, and so it cuts both ways.
Yeah, it's one of the beauties of the sport, right? It's like athletic chess. There's a lot going on, and it includes the decision-making and the training, as you mentioned. Before we let you go, I have to ask you, who do you have your eye on this year? Is it a kind of a heralded pick, or is there a sleeper for the tournament this year?
Well, I'm not going too much out on a limb. Listen, the last 7 Grand Slams, it's been Sinner and Alcaraz in the final. So if someone's betting, watching this, that's who you want to go with, because 3 out of 5 becomes such a mental battle. You know, it's from ear to ear. And that's why you saw back in the day, Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic always winning these things. So I'm going with Alcaraz and Sinner for the men. Sabalenka and Iga Swiatek from Poland. She's been hot all summer. But listen, I'm very good friends with the Goff family. Coco just hired a biomechanist to put Humpty Dumpty, put this serve together. So I'd love to see Coco get on a run because she is the best athlete on the tour. Her backbone is better than her backhand, so I'm rooting for Coco.
I love that. And everyone you just said, save the Cinderella stories for March Madness. Those are the ones I want to see competing for the title anyway. And we've got a lot of great tournament left to go. That's Hall of Fame tennis coach and motivational speaker Rick Macci. Thanks for the time today on Fox Weather.
Nice to be with you.